Hello everyone, and welcome to the second episode of the Destiny Weapon Review. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the exotic sniper rifle Patience and Time. Patience and Time's weapon model features a lot of camouflage-like materials for reasons we'll look at soon. This weapon's damage is high, above average in the sniper rifle class. In PvE, it will one-shot all low-tier enemies with a shot to the head or body, although it requires 2 body shots to kill targets like the Legionary and Vandal, while requiring 2 to 3 shots to kill the highest tier non-major enemies with non-arc shields, Cabal Centurions, Vex Minotaurs, and Hive Wizards, with Fallen Captains taking 1 shot to the head but 3 shots to the body. In PvP, much like all other sniper rifles, a headshot will be a one-hit kill, dealing an overkill of over 300 damage, and requires 2 shots to the body to kill, dealing approximately 130 to 135 damage per shot. The rate of fire and reload on Patience and Time are slightly below average compared to other snipers, firing at around 90 rounds per minute and reloading in 2.5 seconds. Magazine capacity is average, with Patience and Time having 4 rounds available at base, although this can be upgraded to 6 with the Field Scout upgrade. Patience and Time's handling is great. It is able to max out its stability with upgrades, having some of the lowest amount of recoil of any sniper in the game. This makes firing follow-up shots much easier in all situations. Headshots are always going to be the ideal with any situation, but you won't have to panic if your shot misses the head. Aim time is 400 milliseconds, with weapon swap time being around 1 second regardless of what primary weapon you have. Its hipfire accuracy is very poor, but considering it is a sniper rifle, this is to be expected. As for the upgrades, the first column features the options Field Choke, CQB Ballistics, and Aggressive Ballistics. Aggressive Ballistics gives a nice boost to this weapon's damage, the only department where this weapon is really lacking. CQB Ballistics can also max out this weapon's stability, although it will reduce the weapon's range and impact. Field Choke is a mix of both, although it does give the biggest range bonus. Third Eye is Patience and Time's first permanent bonus, giving you access to the radar while scoped in. This bonus doesn't do much for you in PvE, but in PvP can help you keep eyes on the immediate areas around you in case someone is trying to sneak up on you. It is one of the best PvP bonuses in the game. The second column of upgrades features Snapshot, Fitted Stock, and Field Scout. Snapshot speeds up your aim down sights time from 400 milliseconds to 300 milliseconds, Fitted Stock will max out your stability, and Field Scout increases your ammo from 4 to 6 per reload and from 17 maximum capacity to 25, around a 50% benefit. Overall, these are all solid upgrades. Patience and Time's second permanent bonus is the aptly named Patience and Time. After staying aimed down the sights with this weapon for 2 seconds, you will become cloaked for 10 seconds or until you fire a shot. Note that if you scope in and fire a shot before the cloak comes up, the cloaking will still show up after those 2 seconds. If you fire a shot, you'll need to re-aim the weapon if you want the possibility of the cloak effect coming back. In PvE, this is a very situational bonus. It allows you to sneak into a room and pop some shots on a target without having to worry about them moving. In PvP, this is a great bonus, but definitely has some negative effects. For example, your screen will have a sort of underwater effect on it, possibly disrupting your view of some targets. On certain PvP maps, namely First Light, this effect can be blinding, making it very difficult to see targets at far distances. My recommended upgrades are Aggressive Ballistics and Field Scout for PvE, and CQB Ballistics and Snapshot or Field Scout for PvP. For PvP, every kill is going to be 2 shots to the body or 1 to the head, so your impact doesn't matter that much compared to your stability, which you'll want to have as high as possible for quick follow-up shots with minimal hassle. For PvE, damage is king and the stability on the weapon is already quite high, to the point where you don't really need to upgrade it, at least for PvE situations. Field Scout has very high effects for this weapon, giving you 50% more shots before you need to reload, and giving you an extra 8 shots in reserve, making it effective in both PvE and PvP. CQB Ballistics versus Fitted Stock is a wash because they'll both max out your stability, and being able to get more ammo or aim in faster is going to be more important than the other first column bonuses for PvP. In PvE, your loadout does not really matter because the kind of content you are doing will drive the kind of weapons you will use. In PvP, this weapon is most effective in areas where your cloaking will be as obscured as possible. Since follow-up shots are not that difficult to perform, and because there are no weapons that you could switch to that will provide enough damage to finish off a target, at least nothing to the body, Your primary weapon choice is up to you. Hand cannon headshots will finish off targets hit by Patience in Time, but if you're using this weapon at its intended range, your hand cannon will probably be out of range for follow-up shots. A scout rifle might suit you best if you want to stay far away from the action, but still would like to follow up with additional shots. Patience in Time is a very reliable weapon. Its very high stability and low recoil make sure you'll always have vision of your targets, regardless of the number of shots you intend on firing. The PvP capabilities of this weapon are very high thanks to the very high stability and permanent upgrades. However, the bonuses are not nearly as useful in PvE, nor is its rate of fire anything to write home about. This weapon really lives up to its namesake in a PvP environment, with plenty of kills coming your way with just a little bit of persistence and fortitude. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.